okay, this is not over. This is going to be a different series. I would have to say Cat.
Yeah, Stephen A., you're on the big screen. I just want you to know, don't worry, you look good, you look clean. But I don't know if you noticed the three of us. We didn't plan this. I mean, they've got the kid fits on, so they look clean. But I mean, just the full navy.
Yep.
If you want to tell us how great we look, because I know you like to do that.
No. Yeah. I mean, you know, y'all do look good. I gotta admit, you know what I'm saying, especially with Marcus. I like the outfit. That's something I might be rocking in the next few days. I'll admit I bid it off for you. I'll give you credit, even though you might not deserve it. Molly, you always look good, but I'd be damned if I'm gonna compliment you. And Markeith, you know what I'm saying, I wish I had more hair so I could rock the braids, my brother. But here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal, okay? Yeah. This is a tough one right here because I think the Knicks could come back and win this series. I don't know if Ant-Man can because of OKC's collective defensive prowess. But if I had to bet on one individual over the other for the playoffs, Brunson's resume says him. Ant-Man is my favorite player in the league. I think this brother is Jordan-esque. I think he has that kind of potential in him. And when this brother explodes, it galvanizes folks. I've seen Brunson go ballistic and the Knicks not win. When Ant-Man goes ballistic, Minnesota usually wins. And I think as this series continues to wane, I can see this going 7 because Ant-Man, like I said, I'm just a couple of days removed from thinking they're going to get swept after what I saw in games 1 and 2. But then I saw Ant-Man in game 3. And he just has that it factor, y'all. This brother is something special. And I just believe that he can push this to a 7-game series. And I would go with Ant-Man to answer this question. Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers. It's going to take more than Brunson. Ant-Man could propel Minnesota to a game 7 and possibly a series victory.
I agree. I initially picked OKC to win it. I'm still going to go with that pick. But the highlights they just show, if you get any type of that Ant-Man, that aggressive, that whatever he's saying, bleeping out all that, if you get that Ant-Man, they're going to be hard to stop. The concerning thing is OKC gave up 143. That's the concerning thing. Now, I didn't think with being that great of a defense that was possible. But that's the most concerning thing for me. Obviously, Ant has to play the way he played last game for them to have any shot of winning. Now, Brunson, he didn't play the fourth quarter most of the last game. You had Cat step up. As long as you got Cat to do that, if Ant doesn't step up and play the way that he played, there is no way that they can beat OKC. There is no way.
All right, we got to leave it there, guys. When we come back here on First Take, the Knicks at another
double down. I will ask one of you for an opinion, and then we'll see if the other wants to double down on it. So, Markeith, I'll begin with you. The Knicks are now down 2-1 to the Pacers. Indiana still in control, one would think, but the Knicks a miracle win. Who's going to win the Eastern Conference Finals, Knicks or Pacers, Markeith?
I'm still rocking with the Pacers, man. You still have home court advantage. Last game, they was winning the entire game until the fourth quarter, and then Cat played like the big bodega that he was supposed to, that saved their season. But if you ask me, I'm doubling down on the Knicks. I think those guys will come back and put them away. So you're able to put them away.
You're going Pacers.
I'm going Pacers.
To win this series. So, Marcus, the question is, do you double down on his opinion and go Pacers as well?
No. The Knicks are 6-1 on the road. I think that they can possibly get this game 4 and go back to New York. They have the chance to win this series.
Did you disagree just because he said it? That's just the way brothers are, right? You're literally just disagreeing because he said it.
You know what? I've seen some flaws in Indiana. It's definitely going to be hard to come back after such an emotional roller coaster of a game. I think that it's in the Knicks' favor to come back and win this series.
All right, let's do the West. Marcus, I'll start with you this time. We got the Timberwolves with a big blowout win that sort of kept that thing alive. We have Game 4 on ESPN tonight. Who's going to win the West, OKC or Minnesota?
I'm staying with the Wolves. What I've seen from Ant-Man in these last 2 games really is the reason why I fell in love with the Wolves and winning the championship. I seen that fire, I seen that assertiveness, I seen their aggression, and I'm doubling back down on the Wolves, and I think they come back and win the series.
Okay, and so now we go to the brother here. Double trouble. Do you double down on his pick of Minnesota?
That's why you're a little brother now, man. I'm going with defense. Obviously, OKC had their worst defensive game last game. Ant played incredibly good. It was a first road game in the Western Conference Finals. This is their first time here, but I'm going with the MVP, Shea. I think he'll have a better game 11 or 12 points was not enough last game. I think that he's going to watch his film. He's going to come back, and I'm doubling down for OKC to get this.
Okay, that was a sort of a
like I had in the beginning.
Startling
OKC,
night the other night. This was easy to predict that they were going to disagree, right? You get the brothers together, you know they're going to disagree on whatever it might be. Finally, Markieff, I'll go to you on this. So we can show the pictures here, okay? Over the weekend, there were all these pictures of Luka Doncic. They were all over the internet and everything else. If we could put them up, Sadi, that one in particular, and there were some others. He looks slimmed down. So my question to you, Markieff, is that something or is it nothing the way he seems to look right now in late May?
Man, let's just call him Slim Luka, man. It's something being in LA, man. You know, the lights are bright. We didn't have the season that we wanted to have. Obviously, I've been on the team with him for 3 years. I know the kind of guy he is. He loves basketball. He's back home in Madrid. He's watching Real Madrid. He's feeling good. He's back in his comfort zone. And yes, it means something. I think he has that chip on his shoulder, and you'll see a better in shape Luka. Not that he wasn't in shape, but you'll just see a better version of Luka.
Well, first, let me find out if you double down. Something, he says it's something. You double down on that? You think it's something?
I agree. Luka's a really good player, and I know that playing in LA comes with a different responsibility, and I feel like he feels pressure. So he's starting now because it's great to start now, right? It shows people that you're already ahead of the curve and you understand what's at stake for next year.
Before I bring Jay in, let me just come back to you on that very quickly, Markieff. You saying that you played with him for 3 years.
Yeah.
He's sort of, well, I was about to say he's misunderstood. I don't think he's very well understood. Like, I don't think he's not very forthcoming in interviews. I don't think people really know what makes him tick. Tell us about him. Tell us about Luka Doncic. Sometimes I think there is a perception that as great as he is, if he were a little more all in, he could be even better. You saw it day in and day out. What are we missing?
For people that don't know, he is all the way in. Obviously, you know, last year with Dallas, we made it to the Eastern, the finals.
NBA finals.
We lost to Boston.
Right.
That's something different. But being traded in the middle of the year when you know you're not going to be traded is going to bring a whole different animal, right? They see him in LA. They think he's overweight. We had a long season. That brings stress. You know, travel, moving out of your home.
He had the injury too, right? The calf, so he wasn't.
With injury. What people don't know about this guy is he loves basketball. He loves to compete. I would go head over heels with Luka because I know once he get on that court, he's going to give you his all. I know they make flaws about his game, but that's who he is. 30 points a night every game, no matter how big he is, no matter how skinny he is. They making a big deal about it. Slim Luka is coming back next year.
Very quickly, just to stay on this. Last year during those finals, much was made on this show and others of the way he was being hunted on defense and all the rest of that. What were the conversations like inside?
I mean, Brad Stevens and those guys over there did a great job of putting him into action. Obviously, you know, he does everything. He scores, he passes, he assists. You can't do everything on the court. You know, this is select a few guys in the league that can do as many things as he can do and play defense. So you just got to tip your hats off to the Boston Celtics. They had a great.
Đấy, móc lần lượt vào. Bây giờ sẽ nối vào đây và siết dây. Đấy, được cái phần len 3 màu xinh nhá. Bây giờ sẽ đổi sang màu tiếp theo. Mình sẽ móc sang cái màu xanh nhạt đi. Móc sang màu xanh nhạt nhé. Màu hồng cũng được. Hoặc là dùng